On a blistering summer afternoon in Miami, with the relentless sun beating down mercilessly, Jamal Johnson, a 17-year-old black teenager, trudged home from another grueling shift at the local diner where he spent his days scrubbing greasy pots and pans. His attire, a threadbare t-shirt and faded jeans topped with a weathered cap, seemed to scream of endless hardship, starkly contrasting with the opulent surroundings of South Beach, where affluent tourists strolled, basking in their carefree existence. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. For Jamal, life had never been kind or easy. Orphaned at the tender age of 10, he had been thrust into the care of his formidable grandmother, Donna. This indomitable woman, despite her struggles, fought tirelessly to keep their fractured family intact amidst a storm of adversity. Her unwavering strength and boundless love were the bedrock of Jamal's tenuous existence. As Jamal meandered through the park, he couldn't help but gaze longingly at a group of white teenagers frolicking nearby, their laughter a stark reminder of the carefree joy he yearned for but could scarcely grasp. The palm trees danced gently with the evening breeze, and the sky was awash with hues of fiery orange as the sun dipped below the horizon. A pang of envy and sorrow gripped him, amplifying his awareness of the chasm between their worlds. His heart ached with dreams of a life beyond his reach, a life where the crushing weight of daily struggles did not loom over him like an ever-present shadow. Each day was a relentless battle to scrape together enough money to help his grandmother meet the bills and dodge the dangers that lurked in their harsh neighborhood. From an early age, Jamal had been forced to navigate the treacherous terrain of a community plagued by violence and scarcity of opportunities, learning to survive against the odds. Without warning, a police car skidded to a halt beside him, the sudden screech of tires jolting him from his reverie. The vehicle's doors flung open, and two officers emerged, their faces etched with suspicion and disdain. Jamal's body tensed, his pulse pounding in his ears as he braced himself for the all-too-familiar confrontation. His chest tightened with anxiety, the gut-wrenching fear of unjust scrutiny clawing at him. "Hey boy, what are you doing here?" one officer barked, his voice dripping with condescension and authority. The words felt like a bitter reminder of the systemic injustices that had so often overshadowed Jamal's efforts to forge a better life. "I'm just heading home from work," Sir Jamal responded, his voice steady but his heart pounding furiously. He tried to maintain his composure, lowering his gaze and avoiding eye contact, hoping to diffuse the tension. However, the officers showed no such mercy. With a brusque efficiency, they began to rifle through his belongings, tossing his items onto the pavement as though they were worthless debris. Jamal's protests were drowned out by their dismissive grunts and scornful stares. They methodically patted him down, rifled through his pockets, and threw his backpack onto the ground, scattering his possessions across the sidewalk. The casual disregard with which they treated him cut deeply, and the harsh coldness of the metal handcuffs biting into his wrists only compounded his sense of helplessness. As he was shoved into the police car, he could feel the sting of humiliation as the group of white teenagers looked on, their eyes reflecting a mixture of curiosity and, in some cases, cruel amusement. At the police station, Jamal found himself ensnared in a Kafkaesque nightmare. The interrogation room was stark and unwelcoming, and the officer's demeanor was dripping with contempt. They offered no clear explanation for his detention, their treatment of him punctuated by a disregard for his dignity. Hours dragged on interminably in a cold, dimly lit cell, each minute amplifying his feelings of despair and degradation. It was as if time itself was mocking his suffering. Eventually, after what felt like an unending abyss of waiting, his grandmother Donna arrived. At 70, with her silver hair pulled back in a no-nonsense bun and a gaze hardened by years of relentless struggle, she stormed into the station with a fire in her eyes. Her voice, though aging and weathered, carried an undeniable strength as she demanded Jamal's release. Donna's indignation was palpable. Her sheer determination to protect her grandson radiated through her every word. "He's just a boy coming home from work. You have no right to treat him like this," she declared, her voice trembling with righteous anger but firm and commanding. After considerable insistence and the glaring absence of any evidence against him, Jamal was finally freed. Yet the sting of the unjust treatment and the raw, burning sensation of humiliation still seared his chest. As they walked back home in the waning light, Donna grasped his hand with a reassuring firmness. Her words, though soft and laden with the weight of her years, resonated deeply. "You need to be strong, my boy. This world is unjust, but you have to rise above it," she intoned. Her voice, filled with both wisdom and sorrow, echoed in his mind as they trudged silently through the twilight, each step a reminder of the bitter realities they faced and the enduring hope that they could overcome them. Jamal stumbled into his room, his shoulders slumped under the weight of an unrelenting world. He shut the door behind him with a soft click and sank onto his bed, feeling every bit the crushing burden of his struggles. As he stared at the ceiling, a wave of helplessness and confusion washed over him. "Why does this keep happening to me?" he wondered in anguish. Tears threatened to spill, but he fought to keep them at bay, his resolve steeled against the tide of pain and fear. His heart ached with the weight of his grandmother's sacrifices and the crushing reality of his circumstances. Memories of his mother, whose absence had left an irreplaceable void since her death when he was just 10, surged to the forefront of his mind, intensifying the agony he felt. In the days that followed, Jamal clung to the semblance of routine as a lifeline. He continued his laborious shifts at the restaurant and poured himself into his studies, hoping to escape his circumstances through education. His grandmother's unwavering support and the steadfast companionship of his best friend, Marcus, were crucial to his survival. Marcus, who also hailed from a family enduring its own set of hardships, resonated deeply with Jamal's plight. Their shared dreams of a brighter future, far removed from the daily struggles they faced, were a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. One night, as Jamal and Marcus sat on the rooftop of their building, the view offered a fleeting respite from their grim reality. The city lights below twinkled like distant stars, and the hum of traffic provided a continuous, soothing backdrop. Jamal's heart was heavy, and he found himself unraveling under the weight of his recent ordeal. "I can't take it anymore, man. No matter what I do, they always see me as a criminal," Jamal confessed, his voice tinged with frustration and despair. Marcus gazed out over the horizon, his face contemplative. "You're stronger than you think, Jamal, and you're not alone." "We'll figure this out," Marcus reassured him, his voice laced with an unwavering determination that offered Jamal a fragile glimmer of hope amid his despair. A few days later, a new sheriff, Richard Roberts, took office in the city. Known for his tough but fair reputation, Sheriff Roberts swiftly initiated an internal investigation into the local police's conduct. This unexpected turn of events sparked a flicker of hope in Jamal and Marcus. For the first time in a long while, they dared to believe that change might be on the horizon. As the investigation progressed, Jamal tried to remain focused on his schoolwork and job, driven by the need to persevere not only for himself but also for his grandmother and others facing similar injustices. Yet, the shadow of distrust and fear continued to loom over him. One afternoon, while making his way home, Jamal noticed a police car tailing him. His heart pounded with anxiety, and he quickened his pace, trying to project calm despite the turmoil inside. When he reached home, he confided in Marcus about the unsettling experience. "They won't leave us alone, Marcus. Even with the investigation, we're still targets," Jamal said, his voice edged with worry. Marcus nodded solemnly, understanding the gravity of the situation. "We need to be cautious, Jamal, but we can't let them break us. We have to keep fighting," he urged, his determination echoing Jamal's resolve. The days that followed were fraught with tension and unease. Jamal felt as if he were under constant surveillance, his every move scrutinized. He took care to avoid drawing attention, navigating the streets with a heightened sense of vigilance. The persistent feeling of being pursued began to take its toll on his mental health, leading to restless nights and a constant gnawing anxiety. Yet, amidst the overwhelming challenges, moments of respite offered some relief. Jamal and Marcus would occasionally retreat to the park for a game of basketball, the physical exertion providing a temporary escape from the pressures of their daily lives and a brief reprieve from the relentless weight of their circumstances. Donna worked tirelessly to cultivate a sense of warmth and stability in their home, determined to shield Jamal from the harshness of their reality. She lovingly prepared his favorite meals, each dish a comforting reminder of better times. Her stories, rich with the nostalgia of her childhood, provided a precious escape for Jamal, a brief respite from the relentless struggles they faced. These moments of tranquility were more than mere distractions, they were lifelines that helped Jamal muster the strength to confront his challenges with renewed resolve. Despite the darkness that loomed around him, the flicker of hope remained a steady flame, driving Jamal's determination to fight against systemic injustices and carve out a brighter future for himself and his loved ones. As days dragged on, Jamal wore a mask of normalcy at school, trying to blend into the routine of his academic life. Yet the trauma from his encounter with the police lingered like an unwelcome shadow. The mere sight of a police officer sent his heart into a frantic race, a visceral reaction born of fear and anger. The sting of humiliation, coupled with the bitter realization of being unfairly targeted because of his skin color, weighed heavily on him. His understanding of the pervasive prejudice he faced deepened, knowing that countless others from his neighborhood had endured similar indignities. At school, Jamal strived to maintain his grades and support his grandmother with unwavering diligence. His only source of solace and understanding was Marcus, his steadfast friend and confidant. Marcus, hailing from a similarly challenged background, shared Jamal's dreams of a better tomorrow, a future unburdened by the daily struggles they both faced. Their long-standing friendship, forged through shared experiences and mutual support, was a crucial anchor in Jamal's turbulent world. One night, as Jamal and Marcus sat atop the roof of their building, they found solace in the serene view of the city lights below and the gentle caress of the night breeze. The rooftop offered a fleeting escape from their harsh reality, the distant glow of the city and the rhythmic hum of traffic serving as a backdrop to their conversation. Jamal, his heart heavy with unspoken burdens, finally let down his guard. "I can't take it anymore, man. It feels like no matter what I do, they always see me as a criminal," he confessed, his voice trembling with frustration and despair. Marcus, contemplative and resolute, gazed out at the horizon. After a moment, he turned to Jamal with a reassuring presence. "You're stronger than you realize, Jamal, and you're not alone in this. We'll get through it together," Marcus declared with unwavering conviction. His words, filled with earnest determination, provided Jamal with a glimmer of hope amidst the engulfing darkness. A few days later, a new sheriff, Richard Roberts, was introduced to the city. Known for his reputation as a tough yet fair enforcer of the law, Roberts soon surprised everyone by initiating an internal investigation into the local police force's conduct. This unexpected development ignited a spark of optimism in Jamal and Marcus. For the first time, they dared to hope that meaningful change might be on the horizon, that perhaps, amidst the shadows of injustice, there was a chance for a brighter future. As the investigation into police misconduct unfolded, Jamal clung desperately to the routines of school and work, determined to fight not just for his future but for his grandmother and every young black person subjected to similar injustices. Despite his best efforts, the insidious shadow of distrust and fear continued to envelop him. The oppressive sensation of being under constant surveillance gnawed at his peace of mind, manifesting as a relentless anxiety that began to erode his mental well-being. Jamal found himself habitually glancing over his shoulder, his nerves perpetually on edge, anticipating the worst at every turn. One particularly harrowing afternoon, as Jamal made his way home, the unmistakable presence of a police car tailing him sent his heart into overdrive. The sweat that trickled down his brow and the tight knot in his stomach were testaments to his mounting fear. He quickened his pace, striving to maintain a facade of calm while inwardly trembling with apprehension. Once he reached the safety of his home, he confided in Marcus about the unsettling encounter. "They won't leave us alone, Marcus. Even with this investigation, we're still targets," Jamal lamented, his voice laden with frustration and worry. Marcus, fully grasping the gravity of their plight, responded with a solemn nod. "We need to be cautious, Jamal, but we also have to keep pushing forward. We can't let them break us." The following days were marked by a constant, heavy tension. Jamal felt the penetrating eyes of an unseen observer wherever he went, his every move shadowed by an unsettling sense of vigilance. He became increasingly wary, avoiding any situation that might draw unwanted attention from the police. The persistent feeling of being pursued took a toll on his mental health, leading to sleepless nights and a gnawing anxiety that seemed to hover just out of sight. Yet, amidst the darkness, fleeting moments of joy provided him with a reprieve. Occasionally, Jamal and Marcus would escape to the park for a game of basketball, using the sport as a release from their stress and a brief sanctuary from their daily struggles. Meanwhile, Donna did everything in her power to maintain a semblance of normalcy and warmth at home. She lovingly prepared Jamal's favorite dishes, each meal a reminder of better times, and shared stories from her childhood that offered both comfort and connection. These precious moments of respite were more than just brief escapes, they were vital sources of strength for Jamal, fueling his resolve to confront the injustices around him. Despite the relentless challenges, the ember of hope burned brightly within him. Jamal remained resolute in his determination to fight against the systemic wrongs he faced and to forge a better future for himself and those he cherished. As the investigation into police misconduct unfolded, Jamal and Marcus began to notice small but significant changes in their community. Though the journey toward justice remained arduous and uncertain, there was a flicker of optimism that perhaps, one day, things might evolve for the better. The battle for justice was far from over, but Jamal was bolstered by the support of his grandmother and Marcus, alongside a newfound sense of purpose. This collective encouragement fueled his belief that transformative change was within reach. Jamal's fervor for justice and his relentless drive to make a meaningful impact were unmatched. His professors and peers were continually impressed by his dedication and exceptional work ethic. The law school, with its grand, historic architecture and hallowed halls, became a sanctuary for Jamal, a place where he could fully unleash his potential and delve into the depths of his legal aspirations. In his final year at law school, Jamal was presented with an opportunity to work on a pivotal civil rights case. The case, fraught with complexity and challenge, involved a community of immigrants who had been wrongfully displaced from their homes. The legal struggle against the powerful corporation responsible for the eviction was grueling, but Jamal was resolute in his commitment to securing justice for the wronged individuals. In the courtroom, a venerable edifice adorned with majestic columns and a stately, dark wood-paneled interior, Jamal distinguished himself with his exceptional argumentation and profound legal acumen. His preparation was meticulous. He often labored late into the night at the law firm, devising strategies and refining his arguments. His relentless dedication did not go unnoticed, earning him the admiration and respect of both his colleagues and mentors. The law firm where Jamal interned was a whirlwind of activity, lawyers darting between meetings, stacks of case files piled high, and the incessant ringing of phones. Amidst this chaotic environment, Jamal found an unexpected solace. The pressure and frenetic pace were invigorating rather than overwhelming. Every additional hour spent, every document scrutinized, and every argument meticulously prepared brought him closer to the justice he was so passionate about achieving. Sheriff Richard Roberts, ever a steadfast mentor and supporter, took a keen interest in Jamal's progress throughout his journey. He made frequent visits to the bustling law firm where Jamal was interning, eager to offer guidance and encouragement. "You're doing an exceptional job, Jamal. I'm immensely proud of what you've accomplished. Your mother would be overjoyed to see the remarkable man you've become," Roberts remarked, his voice brimming with genuine pride. Jamal, deeply moved, replied, "Thank you, Dad. This achievement is as much a testament to your support as it is to my grandmother's unwavering belief in me. Your encouragement has been my anchor through all this." After months of relentless dedication and sleepless nights, the case reached a triumphant conclusion. The victims of the wrongful eviction finally received the justice they so rightfully deserved, and Jamal's pivotal role in the victory was met with widespread acclaim. The courtroom was filled with a profound sense of accomplishment as Jamal witnessed the relief and gratitude etched on the faces of those he had helped. This monumental case not only cemented his reputation as a promising lawyer, but also as a dedicated advocate for civil rights. As Jamal graduated from law school, he was poised to embark on his career with newfound confidence. He accepted a coveted position at a prestigious law firm renowned for its commitment to civil rights and the defense of the underprivileged. Nestled in a sleek, modern building in the heart of the city, the firm provided Jamal with the perfect platform to continue his relentless pursuit of justice and equality. Despite his burgeoning career, Jamal remained grounded, never forgetting the community that shaped him. He made it a priority to visit his beloved grandmother regularly, staying deeply connected to his roots. He also remained actively involved in community initiatives within his former neighborhood, driven by a strong sense of responsibility to effect meaningful change. Weekends were often dedicated to community outreach, where Jamal spoke passionately about civil rights and motivated young people to strive for a better future. One evening, as he sat with Donna in the warmth of their home, her eyes gleamed with pride and affection. "You've achieved so much, my dear. I'm incredibly proud of you. Your mother would be bursting with happiness to see the man you've become." Holding her hand with a tenderness that spoke volumes, Jamal responded, "Thank you, Grandma. Everything I've accomplished is thanks to your unwavering love and support. I promise to keep fighting for justice and making a difference in the world, just as you've always taught me." During one of his visits to Donna, Jamal felt a deep desire to give back to the community that had shaped him. He decided to organize free workshops on civil and legal rights for the residents of his neighborhood, aiming to empower them with knowledge and tools to advocate for themselves. With the backing of his law firm, he set up the first workshop at a local school. The event was a resounding success, drawing dozens of attendees eager to learn about their rights and how to navigate the legal system. The bond between Jamal and Sheriff Richard Roberts grew even stronger as they continued to collaborate and support each other. Their relationship evolved beyond that of a mentor and mentee to a genuine friendship. Roberts, who had become much more than a father figure to Jamal, often shared stories, discussed cases, and offered guidance. Jamal cherished these moments, recognizing the profound impact Roberts had on his life. One day, Roberts presented Jamal with a heartfelt gift. "I came across this among my old belongings," he said, handing Jamal a cherished photograph of his mother holding him as a baby. "She always had great faith in you and your potential." Overwhelmed with emotion, Jamal clutched the photo, tears welling in his eyes. "Thank you, Dad. This means more to me than you can imagine." As Jamal continued to tackle cases involving injustice and advocate for marginalized communities, he garnered increasing respect within the legal community. His reputation grew, and he was frequently invited to speak at conferences and events on civil rights, where he shared his journey and inspired others to pursue justice. At one such conference, held in a grand auditorium filled with lawyers, students, and activists, Jamal had the chance to reconnect with Mr. Thompson, his former mentor. Thompson, visibly impressed with Jamal's progress, congratulated him warmly. You've achieved so much, Jamal. I'm incredibly proud of you. Your dedication and passion are a testament to the positive change one person can make. Thank you, sir. Your mentorship played a crucial role in my journey. I'm deeply grateful for your support, Jamal responded, feeling honored by the acknowledgement. With the unwavering support of his family, friends, and mentors, Jamal forged ahead, ready to face the many challenges that lay before him. Each victory brought him closer to his vision of a more just and equitable world. His journey was far from over, but his heart brimmed with hope and determination. Jamal continued to inspire those around him with his dedication to justice. He faced each challenge with unwavering courage, supported by the love and encouragement of his family and friends. As he moved forward, he remained steadfast in his commitment to making a meaningful difference, knowing that every step he took was a step toward a brighter, fairer future. On the day of his law school graduation, Jamal stepped onto the stage with a mixture of pride and anticipation. The ceremony was held in a grand auditorium with wood-paneled walls and flags hanging high, the lights casting a warm glow over the graduates and attendees. As Jamal walked across the stage to receive his diploma, he scanned the audience and spotted the familiar faces of his grandmother, Marcus and Roberts, all seated in the front row. Their presence filled him with a deep sense of gratitude and accomplishment. After the ceremony, Roberts approached Jamal with tears of pride in his eyes. "I am very proud of you, son," Roberts said, his voice choked with emotion. "You have a bright future ahead," Jamal, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment, replied, "Thank you, Dad. I will make it worthwhile." With a promising future on the horizon and the unwavering support of his family, Jamal was ready to confront the world. The challenges he had faced shaped his character, but did not dictate his future. Determined and hopeful, he was prepared to honor his mother, his grandmother, and the new opportunities that life had presented to him. As Jamal began his career, he testified with unwavering clarity and conviction during the trial of the officers involved in the brutality case. His testimony played a crucial role in securing convictions and ensuring the officers faced justice for their actions. The verdict marked a significant milestone in the ongoing fight against racial injustice in the city, and Jamal emerged as a symbol of resilience and hope. Motivated by his experiences and the teachings of Mr. Thompson, Jamal chose to dedicate his career to law. He aspired to be a voice for the voiceless, fighting against injustice and advocating for systemic change. Roberts continued to be a source of support and guidance, helping Jamal navigate the complexities of his new role. Amidst the tears, smiles, and applause, Jamal took his first steps toward a future filled with possibilities. His journey, marked by overcoming adversity and embracing hope, was just beginning. With a heart full of determination and a commitment to making a difference, Jamal was prepared to face the challenges ahead and build a legacy of justice and resilience. Donna watched her grandson with a heart full of pride as he flourished in his new career. "You did it, my boy. I am so proud of you," she said, her eyes glistening with emotion. Jamal hugged her tightly, feeling the immense love and unwavering support she had always given him. "Thank you, Grandma. I couldn't have done this without you." As Jamal embarked on his legal career, he stayed true to his roots. He made it a point to regularly visit his grandmother and actively participate in community activities in his old neighborhood. He knew that despite his achievements, there was still much work to be done to address injustice and uplift those around him. Weekends were often dedicated to community events where Jamal spoke passionately about civil rights and motivated young people to strive for a better future. He realized he wanted to do something even more impactful for his community, so he began organizing free workshops on civil and legal rights for residents. With backing from his law firm, Jamal managed to set up the first workshop at a local school. The event was a tremendous success, drawing dozens of attendees eager to learn about their rights and how to defend themselves legally. The school, with its vibrant colors and dynamic atmosphere, provided a perfect setting for the workshops. The bond between Jamal and Roberts continued to grow stronger. They shared stories, discussed legal cases, and offered each other support. Roberts had become more than a father figure, he was a true mentor and friend. Jamal cherished Roberts's role in his life, appreciating the guidance and presence of a supportive father figure. One day, Roberts presented Jamal with a special gift. "I found this among my old belongings," he said, handing Jamal a cherished photograph of his mother holding him as a baby. "She always believed you would do great things." Jamal gazed at the photo, tears welling up in his eyes. "Thank you, Dad. This means so much to me." As Jamal continued to work diligently, tackling cases that challenged injustice and advocating for the marginalized, he gained increasing respect in the legal community. He was frequently invited to speak at conferences and events on civil rights, sharing his journey and inspiring others to fight for justice and equality. At one of these conferences, held in a grand auditorium filled with lawyers, students, and activists, Jamal had the chance to reconnect with Mr. Thompson, his former mentor. Thompson's eyes lit up with admiration as he approached Jamal. "You have done an incredible job, Jamal. I'm very proud of you. You are proof that dedication and passion can change the world." Jamal felt a deep sense of honor as he responded, "Thank you, sir. I learned so much from you, and I'm truly grateful for your support and guidance." With the unwavering support of his family, friends, and mentors, Jamal forged ahead, shaping a promising future. He understood that the journey would be long and filled with challenges, but he was prepared to confront each obstacle with courage and determination. Each victory, no matter how small, brought him closer to his vision of a more just and equal world. As he continued his work, Jamal remained a beacon of hope and inspiration. His commitment to justice and his tireless advocacy inspired those around him, affirming his belief that positive change was possible. With a heart full of hope and a spirit fueled by dedication, Jamal was ready to face any challenge that came his way, fortified by the love and support of his family and friends. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey through Jamal's story of resilience and determination. From overcoming personal challenges to fighting for justice, Jamal's path is a powerful reminder of the impact one person can make when fueled by hope and perseverance. As you reflect on Jamal's journey, we'd love to hear from you. What is one key takeaway you've learned from this story? How will you apply this lesson to your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that inspires and empowers. Your support helps us continue bringing you valuable and motivational stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.